Hi everyone, I'm Whitney from Sugar and Sparrow, and I'm so excited to show you how to make these easy buttercream poinsettias for decorating your holiday bakes. Poinsettias are iconic to the holiday season, and they look so amazing on cakes and cupcakes. And when it comes to buttercream florals, poinsettias are one of the most simple designs to make. That's always a major win in my book. Here's everything you need to make them. A half batch of my vanilla buttercream recipe, which is an American buttercream, divided into 2 bowls. You'll want to put about 2/3 of it into one bowl and 1/3 of it into a second bowl. And you'll also want it to be stiff consistency. This means that there's some additional powdered sugar mixed in to thicken it up to the point where you can dip a spatula in and it holds a stiff peak. This is important for piping flowers because it will help keep those petals suspended and detailed instead of droopy. If you have no idea how to alter your buttercream to be thicker, I do have a separate video all about buttercream consistency that I'll link below. Next, you'll need food color gels. I'm using a mix of Americolor Super Red and Sangria for the dark red poinsettia petals and Americolor Egg Yellow for the centers, parchment paper squares, and a flower nail, Wilton Tip 352 for the poinsettia petals, and Tip 2 for the centers. First, let's mix up the buttercream colors. You can use any red food color gel you'd like, but I love using Americolor Super Red to get a rich red color without having to use a whole lot. I started with about 5 drops of this and 1 drop of Americolor Sangria to deepen the red color into more of a burgundy red. I ended up adding a little more of each gel to intensify the color. Keep in mind that red tends to darken over time, so if you get close to the color you're going for, know that it will end up a little bit darker than when you mixed it up. Next, I mixed the yellow for the centers. I love Americolor Egg Yellow for this, and I used about 3 drops total to get this dark yellow color. Prepare 2 piping bags by fitting one with Wilton Tip 352 and filling it with the red buttercream. Then fit a second piping bag with Wilton Tip 2 and fill it with the yellow buttercream. Now we're ready to pipe those poinsettias. Place a dot of buttercream onto the flower nail and stick a parchment paper square to it. Start with the red piping bag in the center of the parchment paper. Hold the bag at about a 45-degree angle and make sure the pointed ends of the piping tip are facing up and down. Then put pressure on the bag to pipe the first petal as you move it away from the center of the parchment paper, gently wiggling as you go to give the petals more texture. Release the pressure to end the petal. Continue piping petals in a ring until you reach that first petal. Now pipe a second ring of slightly smaller petals on top of the first using those same piping techniques. To finish the poinsettia, pipe dots in the center with the yellow piping bag. I piped 1 dot in the very center and then continued the dots around that first dot. Look how pretty this poinsettia is. When you're finished, gently slide the parchment paper off the flower nail and place the flower onto a cookie sheet or a drying rack. Continue piping as many poinsettias as you need for your decorating, and maybe even a few extra just because. Once you're finished piping, place the drying rack or cookie sheet into the refrigerator for at least 10 minutes so the buttercream can firm up. After chilling the poinsettias, you'll be able to easily peel them away from the parchment paper backing and place them onto your bakes. I've been having so much fun with poinsettias this season and just love how they look on my cakes and cupcakes. I hope you love making them and decorating with them as much as I do. If you want more tutorials like this one or to learn more about cake baking and decorating, be sure to hit the subscribe button on my YouTube page so you never miss a new video from me. You can also head to my blog at sugarandsparrow.com for all of my favorite recipes, baking tips, cake decorating tutorials, and so much more. Thanks for watching.